Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is going to be an absolutely astonishing game. I'm certain of it. As we get into the round now, the buys are coming through. We've got a couple of smokes on the T side. We are used to players going towards long. But in this setup, they haven't got a P250, suggests it could be the mid-split, which is a very powerful strategy at this point in Dust 2. Glaive to spot towards middle, takes a little bit of damage there, down to 88. And just to note, no diffuse kits available for Astralis.
No one peeking, so spotting, not a lot of information. Dupree's gonna get it instead, and oh, get it, he will, down to 10 HP. They want to pounce on that, but the problem is that Glaive prevents them, or does he, from doing so, because inside a CT spawn, he finds the first kill, but Device gets him back immediately after. Magisk holds off, though. You gotta give him credit. Back inside of the window, 80 HP. He has to be perfect because Dupree's in closet and doesn't have anything to work with. There's no damage-dealing utility. In fact, none at all left now as Olaf goes down. So he's safe from everything but bullets, and he may not even need to fire any. His teammates doing the work for him. Nico gone. Device gives Astralis round number 1.
Cool. Anti-eco run on Olaf Meister with the long spawn Krieg in hand. He'll be taking, you'll see a lot of these as we'll get the flashbangs out. He's gonna fully commit to this one. Out he goes, but he's completely blind. Will he be taken down? The damage is inflicted, but they can't do too much.
I'm surprised he lives, because they weren't blinded on the other side from what I could tell. Instead, it was just utility and scramble. They couldn't have time to get a shot toward him. Xyp9x gets inside of the pit, MP9 in hand. Device and Glaive will support it. There's 2, however, at the dumpster. If they wanted, they could boost right now. I think Xyp9x might be in for a bit of trouble here. Dupree's gonna have to be perfect again with the M4. Unfortunately for him, Magisk's gone. He has to do it. Oh, he might! Xyp9x! With the assist from Dupree, is able to get it with the MP9. Bomb goes down to the long cave, and Cold's got to flank around.
Luckily, he has got enough time to work with. Brings out that scope. First kill's gonna be his. Oh, he doesn't actually connect. This could be a problem now. Ducking and weaving, trying to avoid the headshot here. Xyp9x still in the open, has got the rifle at this point, but Cold's error needs to be precise. He can't find it, and that's a big round for Astralis to pick up.
Would have been hard to imagine him hitting the shot. I say that, but these guys are so damn good and so fast that people do things like that all the time. And yet I'm still amazed at how fast they are. Rain gets taken down. Headshot through the edge of the door. And again, Astralis have the opening pick. Waiting for the player who's already weakened by the nade to be backing out, but no one was. It would be a great setup if they had someone just holding that angle. Either way, they're set for a 3-2 defensive split and 2 inside of B. Hence why no one was at the doors as Magisk fires back inside of the smoke. No one directly in front of him. There is now. Brokey gets hit, so does Cold. In fact, Cold goes down, and Magisk isn't done there. Steps out for more. Olaf finally silences him, and fair play. He finds Dupree as well, but still a 1-on-3, 15 seconds. Bomb down inside of the site, and an op that I don't imagine is going to be easy to save. He could go back out toward T-spawn.
Yeah, he looks like he's safe to do that. Holding angles, having the scope, and speaking of headshots, there we go. It's Olaf Meister, but Dupree answers straight back. They can't hold on to these advantages at all. Locked out by the utility once again. Brokey has to put the brakes on towards short. 4-on-4, they're heading towards long, but it's only that UMP in the hands of Nico yet to score a frag.
Yeah, surprising. Yeah, yesterday he certainly looked great. Glaive, you're right, is looking for information. Astralis always seem to know. They have an intuition about them on when to do this.
Nico just rotates out of long, picks up the AK-47 here. If they fall back to that position, Glaive's gonna absolutely destroy them. This could be happening right now. They're not gonna be checking this at all. First one comes in for Glaive, looking for the double kill, takes down the bomb. Can't find the third, but that should be the round. 45 seconds remaining now. They have to pretty much commit towards A, both players towards those long doors. Great stuff from Glaive.
That was fantastic, and that's demoralizing if you're FaZe. Sure, they responded fast, but they never expected his presence. It does somehow sit in my mind that this is still possible with the AWP. Cold's gonna jump across. He's got a Krieg, but Device, my God! I say they surprise me with their speed. He hits a run boost and closes the round. Oh my! They just wanted to bait the op, and he absolutely destroys them.
You would expect to be pulling like this, but I like this though. Like we said, Xbox smoke down. Let's get up towards short. Let's start working together and start using that brutal aim we know they have. They get a bit of control here. They haven't lost an initial player. I say it too soon. It's Olaf Meister again. No trade potential. That one smoke, they know it's a fake. Every time FaZe can commit towards middle B, they actually do the 2 smokes, right? One on top of the box, one towards CD spawn. That just tells me it's a fake straight away. Just that one smoke. They're ready and waiting. Look at Glaive. He knows this is coming. It's too obvious. It's telegraphed.
And Xyp9x is ready for a drop down as well. He's more than aware of that situation. You can see Glaive even peeks CT and goes, they're not even there. They have to be going toward Gandalf. They have to be working toward Device's AWP. He finds the first. Glaive knows he can walk out. You're right. They've read this lineup. Oh, look at the damage. It's symmetrical. He takes them both down to 13, but both are alive. And alive for only seconds longer. Another bomb plant, but another round for Astralis.
A desperate fake there from FaZe. So maybe just a straight up B rush here, Matt. That is desperate. Setting forward towards B. Hope for the best here. Didn't work out for them yesterday, but maybe this is the round they need. Yeah, they're just committing to it. And all else fails.
Dupree's already back in the door. Oh, everyone's blind though.
They didn't look at it. They didn't catch him.
They looked at it, but they were blind and didn't see him. And that means the Magisk is going to be overlooked entirely. Had they have spotted him, very different situation. But timings, I don't know what you do at this point. What do you do? I'd be curious if you were backed by the tank. Oh, Dupree finds cold. Suicide. Watch out because there's still a gap. Nico, don't walk into that blindly. I'd be curious if you were backed by the tank with that run boost. If you go over the top of the smoke, hang on. Dupree hits 22 and 4 at the end of the first half. Whether it'll be 15-0 or 14-1, still up for debates, given that FaZe is down a man.
There we go.
You might lean towards the former, but they've changed it because Rain gets device. That opens up catwalk for them. Only one player left over on the A site that can actually slow them down, but Xyp9x through a smoke is going to creep back up onto the ramp, and Glaive is doing exactly what he needs to. Rain pulls one back. Bomb waits at long, 29 seconds, and Glaive knows there's a chance they can still get to long, so he'll play the box instead, but he has to cover both angles. Because Magisk can't see it. Olaf's missed. Glaive's on the ramp, though. He knows he's there. And the problem is that Glaive has no support, so Magisk is locked in. This is their best chance yet. Yes, he... Oh, dropped the ball! He dropped the ball, Magisk! He turns and catches them! He knew exactly where they were! Olaf, good shots. Starts it off with Xyp9x going down. They got the first kill in the first pistol. Well, device will get it back immediately. Bit of relief for me to see that, because
yes,
I know that there's some tilting, mentality sometimes within FaZe. Certainly, Yanko's a pretty strong personality. Cold, the same thing. Nico, they've been around enough to know that they can brush this off, but if you don't, you're gonna have a bigger problem in the next map. So at least laughing it off does mean that they can reset potentially for map number 2, which we might have very soon. Not if Rain has anything to say about it. Covering off door cross. Glaive's gonna go one-on-one with him. Device is the one that has the bomb. He's already gotten by, so he can go for the plant. Rain identifies that, but they don't need to peek him anymore. They need to let the bomb do the talking and pull the CTs toward them in doing so. Nico's gonna head in on the flank, which Glaive is watching. Rain will get Dupree. Nico will get Glaive. Now they've got a chance. Device on 28. The shutout on his shoulders, and he knows that they're coming in, both directions, tries to find the headshots, finds one. Now he can just play the time. Not the HP advantage. 2 boxes to get by Nico. And Device does it in a clutch, in style, and 16-0 on a stage at an IEM event. Part of a Grand Slam. That's a statement.
We'll get into the pistol right now. We'll have a look at the buys as they come through. There is a defuse skip for Brokey as the smoke as well. HE grenade for Rain. He's got the CZ. He'll be playing on top of the hut, looking to gun down a fast approach towards that upper bomb side. But most teams do favor towards outside. Not this round. There'll be 2 Molotovs on the Astralis side here. So what kind of execution have they got in mind? We'll have a look as they posture towards that squeaky door. 4 players on the other side. So maybe a Molotov on top of the hut from the T roof, indeed. And then maybe a vent dive map.
Possible. It's certainly one option that Astralis can bring to the table. The smoke goes down. They are through the door and inside of the vent. The bomb, however, in Xyp9x's hands was the last one down. It did make it, but just barely. I thought for a moment that he was going to get caught as they started to bring the attention toward the door. Ramp. 3 players there. Nico went back toward lobby. I thought maybe he would just take with his 2 teammates back toward the lower site directly, but he wants to try and catch out a flank, a rotation, a lurk, and it's actually potentially going to be, well, I was going to say Xyp9x that he's fine, but costly because he's late now getting back to it. Glaive's the one up above, excuse me. Nonetheless, Magisk inside of the vents. He gets taken down in the exact second that happened. Dupree found Brokey, and coldzera got Dupree a chance now for the first round in this series for FaZe. They haven't got a kit, but they're on the defuse, and they've got Xyp9x at the door. There should be just enough time. No, they're off it. They're off it. They are off it. Astralis is going to go 17-0 to start this series, even with 3 players left alive.
That was unfortunate. Had he made that kill, could have been a different story, but a difficult round for them to digest. It goes 4-1, and here comes the upper rush. It's the MAC-10 leading the charge here. Rain's got his work cut out for him. coldzera will join him. They're not looking in the right position at all. 2 players go down. The smokes have plumed, and that might be the round in itself. It's done.
Yeah, it is. Magisk comes in running and gunning with the MAC-10 just in case anyone was up close, but they've got to save again. Olaf takes the off. Brokey heads back out so that they won't be Brokey in the next rounds. wasn't as good as your broken one.
It was pretty good, though.
Oh, thanks.
I respect it.
Thanks, man.
No utility to speak of, really. Olofmeister trying to be active once again. That's all it killed. This time it connects. 5 on 4.
Just missed on Magisk as well with the wallbang attempt, but that a little better. Get the op and get aggressive. Stairs quick enough and still close distance, but once they're inside sights, once they're able to hold angles, that shotgun becomes less and less viable. Very slow reaction from Nico. Almost wondering if he was glancing at a radar.
There we go.
He gets one back. Bit of a sloppy spray, but he had the angle and the awareness. He'll take down Glaive.
Got to pick up this round. They got the opening pick. They still have the advantage here, but it's the lower bomb side, the thorn in their side once again. Brokey's having to watch ramp and lower at this point.
3 CT still upstairs.
Yeah.
This split radar gives you a great perspective of that situation.
It's Glaive that's been in the vent so often, right? He's been taken down, but now if you see Olofmeister, it doesn't even want to go down there.
Yeah, that's a massive placebo effect because they aren't watching it, and they've rotated 3 back to ramp as a result, waiting for those 3 to strike in order to get down. And it's Olaf that will go, but he's got an AWP to go against Device, who has the same, and he's already taken him out of the equation.
Oh,
look at the 3 go. Magisk, Device, everyone's shutting out the round. Great hold, and you're right. Glaive knows that he's been in their head.
It's not the game we expected at all. This is built to be one of the games of the tournament. Upper rush coming through, decent incendiary, lots of damage inflicted, but no kills just yet. There it is now. We're off.
That's what they needed, though. That's going to help them close the round, or is it? Because they've already got a kill back in return, and they struggle to follow it up as well. Cold only gets one, and then a flash comes through. Nico, he's got to be swift. He can't find more than one he had to. Down to Olaf. The damage was there, but not the kill. Olaf nearly caught with a knife in hand.
Well, they know exactly where he is now. How does he win this? No kid again, AWP.
Surely
even though they're low HP, it doesn't matter.
Surely he doesn't expect they've gone lower. He's spotted and they've already gained uppers. Either way, he gives it a check. He'll go back around. Flame's already at the top of the ladder, and Glaive, very smartly, is going to try and come around, knowing that that is most likely he heads that direction. And if he doesn't, Glaive will scoot up that ladder and have the post plant. Then no matter what, Astralis gets information from this. Glaive going this direction has the high ground. Olaf didn't. They're going to pass each other. It's done.
Oh. Rough.
Olaf saving.
He has to. Again, FaZe, they just have to win this to even stand a chance of making this one competitive, not even to win it.
First time in China for Astralis, worth noting.
Yes.
Our defending champions, it was Energy, so we don't technically have one, but it was the core that was EG already out. So just to note, we'll have a new IEM China, Beijing this time rather than Shanghai champion.
Well, off we go then.
Dupree inside of the main doorway. His teammate already dropping down the vents behind him. Glaive will watch the lower guard. Magisk, he from rafters covers off the main door. That lets Dupree look back towards Squeaky. First shot for him, successful, and they'll shut the door. And Brokey's face, yes. After you, no, after me. After Dupree, Brocky down with a shot to the dome as Nico heal him back, but they continue to fall shy.
I love it. Well, that's the piss around confirmed. They can't even get through the squeaky door. Oh no, not like that. At least let them leave with some dignity here. Glaive just locking the door, slamming it in their face. You're not going to let them through. Oh, that's great stuff.
Magisk, damn, bro. Olaf, ha. Magisk, I was screaming. Olaf, same, bro. Even they couldn't believe it.
Well, the first pick comes in. Could be our final round to this semi-final. Has lasted about 35 minutes, but I think we'll see if Dupree can close things out right here, right now. 5 versus 3 looks to be the case. Maybe a little bit too aggressive on Device, but they've got a massive advantage here. And Brokey again with the deagle. He's done well individually, but that's not quite enough.
Device is going to open up his angle outside, play off the small garage, careful of that shoulder. Chad would say that's a right-eye peek. He's got no problem with it, but Cold's going to trade out the kill against Nico either way.
50 seconds, Cold 0, 39 HP. I think everyone's starting to pack up the peripherals at this point. The crowd is starting to leave. It looks like we might be coming to our logical conclusion here. It's the penultimate frag. Here it comes, 16-0. Evolves to 16-2. Brokey is looking for a consolation frag here. Not going to happen, and what a dominating performance that is. One of the world's best. It's Astralis. A statement performance there, man.